So time to go.
The secretary is looking at you very nervously, perhaps slightly surprised that you're intact.
As I said, time to go. Tempus will start. Way dark. Poof! As Tempus pops into darkness.
Yes. Time to go. Smoke bomb. Turns out Tempus has been a member of the Black Fang this entire time. Teleports to Dragon Hall.
You know, at this point,
Tempus turns out to be the big bad.
It's been the longest con I've ever worked.
it's difficult to work in short time when you're suddenly turning into a box for 200 years.
He actually has been around for quite a while.
Yeah. Okay, so Tempus, Malleator, you are outside the office of Lord Teraptus. The door is just closed behind you.
You have all eyes upon you, I think.
Tempus will walk forward a few paces, glaze over a bit, do a stretch. You hear a couple of gears pop into place. Get himself back into spot. Time to go.
So, what happened?
Put bluntly, apparently you're all idiots because I'm the one that he could talk to.
I see. Well, regardless of that insult, what happened? What did they tell you? Did you see?
But tell me the fact that if we barged in there, we would have caused a war that would have undermined all of the helpful things and led to the catastrophe.
What was said
of destruction.
between the words?
Nothing. There was no in between the words. There was kind of the whole thing where I said that what if he actually means it?
What?
You do know that he wasn't in there, right?
Treptus?
No. Like,
why don't you just tell me what it is you want me to know, then?
Maybe deciding to barge into the room, try to kill Ajax while they're having a diplomatic meeting to converse quite clearly the plans to defend against the invasion of the Sahagin from the coast, which are very, very slowly over-destroying all the resources of the Archmage and are putting at speed of the alliance between a lot of other agencies that they're going to have to team up together to help protect. And the fact that if we decided to barge on in there, we would have caused a war that would have only led to a much hastier destruction because everyone would have been split up and we'd all be fighting our own little battles while the Sahagin just went whoop, and then the Lich King decided to go away. Basically, it was a very, 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 very bad idea to decide to go in there and try to kill Ajax, since, you know, he's the... I get the feeling probably for at least a while, and we might need to go down a different path and seeing if we can help out in a different way rather than chasing Ajax, which seems to be like butting our heads up against a wall until the wall is nice and coated in blood, or the wall gives away and crushes us. Either way, I don't feel that that's going to be a very advantageous response for us.
No, I don't think we should kill Teraptus. And also play Arrow, not a current Arrow. We shouldn't kill Ajax.
No.
It would be very fortunate if the Black Fang killed Ajax, wouldn't it?
Well, it would, yes. That's not likely to happen.
And I don't think they would believe it either.
Regardless, let's talk about that someplace else, you know.
Yes. Let's get out of here.
Let's go to our own place where we can have talks without people listening.
Are we standing like right next to him or something?
We're in the same room.
I was assuming.
Even if you were in the adjacent room, since, it was noted that you guys are waiting nearby, there's practically no other sounds. Like, it's gonna carry to him.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Do you think they can kill Raptors?
I mean, we are clearly insane, so everything we say doesn't matter.
I don't know if that's how it works.
You know, at this point, it doesn't really matter if we're insane. We can never
Grimith's
really... I mean,
reaction.
Speak for yourself, man.
Look at Grimith's reaction. That's currently my reaction.
Dwohurim has come very far, and, if there's one thing he knows, then it is that Ajax is a bad guy. And, at this point, this is kind of the only thing we have to clutch onto.
Maybe the one guy that's been continuously helping us that we've actually caused more trouble to than anything else is actually a bad guy.
Ajax?
No, Terapsis. But I get the feeling that Ajax.
I don't think he's a bad guy.
No.
That's it's an out of game joke.
I get the feeling, like, meta-wise, like Ajax is going to be one of these characters that's going to constantly plague us, but and be a spot that if we try and do something, it will lead to some horrible reactions.
That's the issue. That's the same issue we have with the Black Fang. It's like legal things and whatnot, but we're the adventurers, we're the freelancers, we're the deniable assets, and after this, I think it's very easy for him to claim that we were crazy.
Well, I would say we go to the Hargan's Flask and just say, we demand to see your basement. And if they
no,
no.
let's go instead to the. It's
Yeah,
been
I
long enough.
mean,
We can go
after-
to Yvette's
after
party thing.
I mean,
We
after
gotta find a way to stop Ajax. Gotta find a way to track him. We could go play bait out in the forest, but that might kind of, doomed.
Oh no, I'm tied up all by myself in this tree, oh no.
Exactly, and suddenly the tree is gone and you're in like a lake of poisoned death.
Surprised you got fun of that.
God damn it.
Like a Dwohurim doll of straw.
I think we should go to this party thing and then we go to the Harlequin Flask and
Sure,
check
maybe we'll
that
meet
thing.
someone at the party who's like, I know where Ajax sleeps. And I can tell you. All you have to do is
I
take
think
the evil monster scroll and we're like, yes.
I am unsure if it is Dwohurim that's obsessed or Manaki at this point.
Well, Dwohurim is probably tired of waiting, doing nothing, letting bad people do bad things.
It's not like the entire campaign.
Yeah, and maybe it's time to change that. Well, let's go to a
So-
party first.
Yeah,
Let's get our
we'll-
party faces on. Party mood.
Oh, god damn it.
All dressed nicely.
I know some of you have expensive outfits from the last party you went to, but the new characters, they don't have expensive outfits. What you guys wear?
I have 100 gold
My armor.
Okay.
Dude, would it be possible to go buy them outfits? Out of curiosity.
I'm gonna wear my armor.
I don't know what the limitation is in regards to having the whole super powerful basically being merged with this I forgot my mouth words.
Right, you're sort of bound to the whole quirk of the magic item right now, and you're
That's
not
the
entirely
word.
sure.
Thank you. My brain just decided to English. Nope.
Right. Goger, like, you think that you could probably take it off without it, disintegrating into, like, dust and ruin? Just so long as you kept the idea of it in your mind and in your heart.
Accept the
Nope.
armor into your heart.
I mean, and your chakra.
And your chakra, yes. But you could take it off and wear some, things and stuff. As for buying ostentatious outfits for, Geráck or Aurelia, I mean, sure, but I mean, it's such a you guys have had days to place these orders. You place these orders like a few hours before the party. That's at least double the price.
So you're saying 200 gold pieces it'd be?
It's like rent a thing at a store.
The original price was inflated, right? Because Thomas threatened the merchant.
Well, this is a new port. The last party you guys went to was in Dragonhall.
Yeah, and Thomas threatened
the price of outfits here.
Also, how much gold do we have?
Not a lot.
Well, I do have a loot box. I do have a loot box.
We did get a bit last time.
You definitely did get paid last session.
Sure.
I mean, if you guys want some money...
the money, sure.
Okay, yeah, you can have 250 gold each.
Alright.
That's nice and round.
Yes, actually adds up perfectly.
I'm sure it does.
You can check my map.
Leon goes out and buys 10,000 gold pieces worth of clothes. Gold necklace that says swag.
I don't need to. I
Purple
already have.
hat with like a feather.
Like
a
a set of gold-plated knuckles that just says "boss" on it.
Yeah, like a leopard print, basically robe with a
and a purple
pink,
hat.
Pink, yeah.
But yes, prices are, as noted, would definitely be inflated for anyone trying to buy an outfit for it to be ready today, in like 4 or 5 hours.
So what kind of price ranges are we talking here?
We're talking 200 gold pieces for an outfit.
Oh boy.
I just gave you 250. You can't say you don't have money.
Yeah, I do have money, but I'm not gonna spend it on that. I have fancy armor, goddammit.
No,
I mean, chances are Aurelia is going to draw some stairs, so she might as well spend some money on looking good.
Okay.
So I guess I'll spend the whole 200.
All right, you can describe how opulent and tasteful or not tasteful your cutting edge fashion is.
Geráck will spend his time just polishing his armor, making it shine.
Okay.
We can clean the outfits which we haven't worn since Dirty Dragonhall.
Probably change your clothes sometimes.
I wouldn't really know how to describe opulent female clothing very well. But I would guess it would be like a medium length dress kind of outfit in muted colors, as she's not really one for the neon reds and yellows. More like grays and blacks.
Very impractical for fighting, I'm hearing now.
It would certainly be something that would be kind of long and wide enough to give enough freedom of movement for her to do things if necessary. But it should look at least decent.
Silver emerald jewelry, I imagine.
Whatever tailor she finds probably has to make some really weirdly fitting adjustments, considering that she has a tail and most people do not. But short notice, but it should still look good for that price.
Thankfully, there's a tailor who's who's done stuff for people in Little Dragonhall before, and so they can handle tail adjustments and what have you.
Dwohurim has never seen a Dragonkin wearing a dress before.
Yeah, it's quite a new experience.
Yes, and of course you folks will end up having the few hours of time to do as you'd like, and some had already described what they would be doing before you make your way to the High Elven restaurant, Sylvan Delights. The prep time and the travel time will take as long as it takes for you guys to load the map that I have just made player visible.
Sure, we'll remind you that the chef probably doesn't like us.
Is there anyone that likes us?
No, do you remember why though? The place.
We were blackmailing him because we found indications that he had used.
Yeah,
some illicit meat.
Last time I made Gryph remember. There we go.
So I would end up wearing My other question would be, is there any gear or equipment that you guys are leaving behind in the Arcane College?
No.
Nope.
Well, the
Well,
pony, but other than that, no.
I'm probably not bringing my tent and stuff like that, but
It's like I'm packing like a double backpack and pack horse and stuff.
yeah.
I mean, let's see. I probably don't need to bring my crowbar and my blanket and my bedroll with me or my shovel
And your
I don't
really
really need
doesn't
it.
have that much gear, so.
or my flint. Wait, I don't need any. I don't really bring any of my survival gear with me, for example.
Well, Aurelia probably wouldn't bring like her miscellaneous weaponry as well as her cloak because that wouldn't fit with the dress, but she will definitely bring her sandals at least.
Okay.
Which would essentially then be the only kind of magical item or piece of gear she would carry.
All right. Well, then you will begin your trek along the wide avenues and cobblestone pathways of the center. Go ahead.
Just one thing. Can I pay like 50 gold more purposefully in an attempt to keep the chest that I've got on?
Sure.
No. In a way that I can actually at least have. Like, he actually spends a bit more gold, so he still has his weaponry.
Like his like cutlery and stuff that he what's like special like padded like concealable pockets inside his very fine clothing. Sure.
Yes.
Sure, that's doable.
Okay.
I mean, they're very small items. It'll just give like a bonus to like your attempt to hide them. Should anyone attempt to search you.
That I just wanted to say that now before you deem anything more.
As noted, you travel to the heights. There is snow on the ground. The pathways and avenues get friendlier, especially because you're in the Noble District, and you end up coming across the location of particular interest. It is a one-story, cozy locale, Sylvan Delights. The architecture of it is certainly something with however many windows it has. And there is quite a gala event going on there. A sign will note next to both entryways, the north and the south, that the restaurant is closed for normal business due to the engagement celebration of Evrat Lavelle and Renee Coldren. You can approach from either the north or the south at your leisure, to keep in mind that both doors are being watched over by rather stiff, like bouncer types, if high elves could look like bouncers. They are certainly armed and armored, though not in anything too heavy, and one each by the north and south doors has a scroll with him, which might serve to verify, like, names. My query would end up being, as you approach this nice little groved area with trees and a pathway, whether you'd like to approach the north entrance or the south entrance.
North sounds as good as south.
Okay. Well, you do just that, and as you're crunching along the pathway, walking towards the north door, you certainly do attract quite a bit of attention from the condescending, snobbish, snooty high elves, who look down their noses with considerable disgust at Geráck.
Grim looks like confused to Geráck. I'm not sure why he... Well, alright, whatever. Oh. Walk up to them.
Yes, Dwarf, this is the Sylvan Delights, and currently having a celebration ongoing. Normal visiting hours are closed for the remainder of the day. You will have to return at another
We're
time.
on the list. Dwohurim, Harsca.
This
And
guard.
company.
Well, he looks over pointedly towards Geráck and says, regardless of you being on the list, there is also the rules in mind of not bringing in unsuitable equipment, such as your weaponry and armaments. This is an establishment of pedigree and class, not for individuals such as yourselves. It is very clear by the hesitation that the High Elf attempted to frame his words in a better fashion.
Yeah, Dwohurim is less and less an interest in going to this place. looking in the window and seeing all these jerks and douchebags.
Oh yes, the highest finery, yes,
snobbish
the upper
people.
crust of society.
200 gold worth of clothes.
Well, they were rush bought. Still, your name, Dwohurim Harsca. This high elf begins to circle, and go down the list. I'm sorry, sir, your name does not appear to be on the list. Looking very pleased with this result.
You frown slightly. Nods. Then goes to try the south door, because maybe that's where they have it.
Okay.
Just remember if we're told to go through a special door. See if I can actually find the invitation here.
Alright. You guys walk around the edges to get to so then you're certainly attracting the attention of the jerks and twits who are sitting inside, the snobs and douches, enjoying their finery.
See if I can actually read this.
I mean,
script.
there's no road we can go on around. So.
Yeah, sure. You guys are on the edge of the map. And yes, the invitation is rather obnoxiously written in floral print, I know.
I copied it into a notepad and changed the font to read it.
That seems like a good idea.
I can read it just fine.
I just gave up after 3 words.
I can read it. It takes me a few seconds to adjust.
Right.
I do enjoy how you've named these, by the way. Noble Twit, Noble Douche, Noble
I'll read it
Snob.
for you. Evrat Lavelle, inheritor of the Lavelle legacy, grandchild of Marcus Lavelle, descendant of Tabris Lavelle, is proud to announce the illustrious engagement to Renee Cauldron of Glitterhagen. You are cordially invited to attend the wedding on Reading 25th, 11 a.m. at Evrat's Manor. A celebration for the engagement will be held on Reading 7th, 5 p.m. at Sylvan Delights, featuring the culinary talents of the legendary Aslati Erithilialises Starfeather the Moonlit. No RSVP required. You may bring your friends, but dress your best. E.
Could you just try to handing them the letter, perhaps?
Well, let's try to ask at the back door.
Alright, go ahead and relocate yourself towards the southern door then, Manaki.
Yep.
Alright. The 2 guards look at you all as you approach. The restaurant is closed for normal business. We are currently holding a party in there.
So it's, I'm a associate of Everett Lavelle. I think I should be on the list, yes?
Your name, please?
Mr. Harsca, Dwohurim.
The guard begins combing through the list, the scroll that he has. I am sorry, Mr. Harsca, but your name is not on this list. Even if it were, however, we could not permit your entry with the gear you are currently possessing. This is not an adventurer's tavern where one
This
may
is
talk
Everett
shop.
Lavelle's engagement party, yes?
Yes.
A moment. Go here. Okay, so I'll try to talk to him and see what he would say to this. And he can use another message, I think.
Yes, you could certainly attempt to do just that.
Reach for half a city. Should be
Yeah.
okay. I don't think this is a... I'd be surprised if this in the tavern place is an epic tier environment, so we should be okay. Not like blowing up something. So he'll try to send a message to Everett Lavelle.
Okay. What 1 to 2 sentence message would you like to try and send?
Well, let's see here.
can't get in, not on the list.
Oh, that doesn't tell him anything.
by self entrance.
Well, does he know who it's from?
Let's see here. It doesn't. The spell doesn't specify that they would know who it's from.
That's good to know. All right. Well,
The blue has ordered it is time to strike.
yeah. Well, let's see. Something like Dwohurim and company not allowed in. Waiting outside front entrance for your to congratulate you, I guess.
Okay, make a magical background skill check.
Right.
Natural one and the whole place explodes.
That would be great, wouldn't it?
Told you!
And me,
Told you!
magic.
I called it!
Well, I was gonna have a fail-forward system in place, but I think with a critical failure like that, Dwohurim is just too angry in his dumber but tougher stance to properly focus on his ability to cast magic. Like, there's like the inherent principles of how he used to work spells appears to be lost to him.
Well,
The spell just completely fizzles out. Nothing happens.
taking feats for utility spells, a useless piece of shit. Never do me any good. Need more lightning bolts. That's what works.
You have
They
to make
never
rolls for
fail
the-
me.
You have to make rolls for them too, and that would have dealt you
They
damage.
never fail me. Well, I guess we can get in with lightning bolts.
Why would we?
I don't think we want to blast the door down.
Aramis, if this is how it's gonna be,
I'm unarmored, I don't want to be
we're
fighting.
gonna show up tomorrow at his house and be like, so why invite us when you don't put us on the list, jerk? I mean,
The invitation was fake. There's a trap. Knew it.
You could try to hand the guards the letters, but yeah, that probably won't do much.
no, like they have their orders and they don't care for dwarves, apparently. Racist pieces of hell shits.
Yeah, exactly.
It is a rather stylized looking invitation.
We would try to show it to them.
Alright. This guard will say, hand it here, please.
Sure, I'll do so.
The guard takes it, looks it over, looks over the other guard. The guard walks over, both look at it, and they'll look at you and say, well, there seems to have been a clerical error then in creating the list, for this is the invitation that Evradlavel prepared. However, we cannot permit you entry, particularly not you, pointing specifically at the plate-clad Geráck, not in your current gear.
Could you at least bring this invitation to Mr. Everett and tell him that we are outside?
You others could enter, well,
okay.
so long as you left your weapons behind, but that gentleman there, pointing again at the Geráck, simply cannot enter.
That's to Geráck. Their parties are not like ours.
You do as you wish. I can wait outside. Or wait at the Arcane College, I guess.
Shucks. Alright then, you can wait outside. Shouldn't be a problem.
Would I be able to just
The
leave
elves
my
more
weapon?
honor guard.
Would I be able to leave my weapon at the door with you then?
Is that... one of the
Or
guards,
leave
looks
it
over.
with Geráck.
He'll draw his greatsword with one hand. Give it to Geráck.
Just fucking,
Focus.
turn Geráck into, a walking arsenal.
It's not much different than most.
Now, Geráck, don't bond with these because some of these have very bad quirks.
These guards look unimpressed by the whole series of affairs.
I mean, luckily I have only one offending item here. A sword.
Oh god. Yeah, he's not gonna bond with any of them.
But don't bond with this stuff, you have a bad day.
Like the necrotic energy and the slight whispers of the Lich King.
I guess you just pile up Geráck's arms with weapons.
I just hand you the sheath. Like, you attach it to your belt. Nothing else.
Alright.
Dwohurim always feels good in these situations because he can still vaporize people without weapons. So.
Oh, I can as well. I
You
can
know.
cast my spells. I can pass my spells with 50 cast.
So
and
Geráck now has
Tempus
three
uses
swords.
cutlery. I mean, There's probably gonna be some in there.
So now I carry 3 swords and a hammer and 2
You're
axes.
I believe you're carrying an icy greatsword, the Hexen blade.
No,
your
I
own
don't have an
helmet.
icy greatsword. I have a normal greatsword.
Oh, just normal one now? Okay.
Yep.
And then a normal longsword and my warhammer and 2 throwing axes and yeah.
Yeah, I already left my daggers behind, so they're not an issue.
Be alert,
oh, yeah,
scream if something happens.
Geráck
Yeah.
can sit here.
Oh yes, I did not specify Gryph, but I left a scroll of darkness back at the academy.
Okay.
I'm taking that with me out here.
Yeah, Geráck
What
will
do you
sit
mean?
down
This
here.
is just a piece of paper. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's like glowing with like death rituals. Oh. Now we can go in, as it turns out.
This is most assuredly an illustrious building suitable for a restaurant in the Heights District. You can see influences of elven culture and style from the north side of the Midland Sea, from murals and sort of tapestries on the walls to the herbs and spices that have been used to prepare food.
Room can taste the bile in his mouth.
Awesome. And of course, the various rich tastes of elven wine. There are most assuredly a number of nobles that you could see through the windows who are talking and chatting amongst themselves, the upper crust of Newport society who have gathered here to celebrate in a certain individual's engagement party.
Room will look back to Tempus and mouth. Well, do your best. And then do a slight gesture towards all these nobles.